Xbox didn't show up at the Game Awards. Most people are upset, but for me, it's not that big of a deal. All right, guys, if you like daily gaming news Monday to Friday, make sure to hit that subscribe button because you are in the right spot. As we know, the Game Awards have come and gone. I watched the Game Awards, and honestly, sitting through that entire presentation was pretty tough. I found the Game Awards to be overall relatively boring. I find that the presentation itself is boring. I don't really care about any of the celebrities that come on and talk about video games, but really know nothing about video games. I don't care about just everything else surrounding the Game Awards. All I care about are the announcements for video games. And unfortunately, for myself, I found watching the entire thing boring. But then, in hindsight, after the Game Awards ended, I looked at the announcement of games that came out, and there was an incredible amount of awesome stuff that I'm excited to want to check out in the future. But I found that the actual show itself took away from that. One of the things that was clearly missing from the Game Awards this year was Xbox. Now, there's been a lot of people outspoken. They are upset that Xbox was not at the Game Awards. IGN and Ryan McCaffrey came out, put an entire opinion article talking about this. And while I do understand people being upset that Xbox wasn't there, I'm honestly not that surprised. I'm honestly not that shocked. And I wasn't sitting there at the end of the show angry that Xbox hadn't shown up at the Game Awards. We know what is coming down the line. Next year is about Starfield and Redfall, and then hopefully some more things that will surprise us. And we also know there are a ton of games in the work, and them not showing up at the Game Awards is a missed opportunity because of 2022 and how there was no big first party release from Xbox. The Game Awards could have been used as a way to get people hyped up again for Xbox going into 2023, but I firmly believe that a better way to go about this would be to have their own Xbox show at the beginning of 2023, letting people know what is in store for the next 12 months. From January 2023 to December 31st, 2023, what can we expect? And it looks like that they are going to have something planned coming up relatively soon. This article here from Video Game Chronicle says Xbox has addressed its surprisingly low-key participation in the Game Awards on Thursday, where it opted to make no major game announcements at the show. Some fans expressed frustration following the event, which featured major reveals from rival platform holder Sony in the form of Final Fantasy XVI, Death Stranding 2, and Forspoken, but nothing significant from Microsoft. Now, if you ask me, out of those three games, Final Fantasy XVI, Death Stranding 2, and Forspoken, the only game I actually care about there is Final Fantasy XVI. Not a fan of Death Stranding. We've seen Forspoken, and the demo is out, and there is really already a negative view around Forspoken because of that demo. But those two games I don't really care about. And I do care about Final Fantasy XVI, but something we've already seen. This is something we already knew was coming out, and this isn't a first-party PlayStation game. Now, Aaron Greenberg addressed people being upset about Xbox not showing up at the Game Awards, and he said this on Twitter. We have a lot planned to show and share about an incredibly exciting year ahead of 2023. Appreciate folks are eager to learn and see more. Timing is always key, but don't worry, you will not have to wait too long for what's next from us. And he shows this Xbox Game Pass trailer, the GLH F1 showing a lot of the games that are available on Xbox Game Pass that you can go and play. So this is seemingly pointing towards the fact that there's going to be an Xbox show coming up relatively soon, January, February, March, in that time frame, I would assume, when he says that you will not have to wait too long. Or maybe he means there is a big game dropping soon. But at the end of the day, when I look at what Xbox is doing, when I look at what is going on right now with the Activision Blizzard stuff, they're in a tough spot. This deal right now is holding them back from doing a lot of things, in my opinion. They can't be showing off too many crazy things or anything that they think will affect this deal going through, as we know now that they are being sued by the FTC to block this deal. So there's a lot going on. I can understand why they didn't show up, and I don't want Xbox going out there and just showing random stuff anymore. I don't want them going out there and showing games that are not going to be coming out for years and years to come. I literally only want to see things from Xbox that are going to be coming out that are going to be able to be played within the next 12 months. This is what they did with one of their previous shows, and I thought that was great. Showing us things that we are getting in the next 12 months. That's all I want to see. I don't care about getting those CGI trailers where they just throw a title on there and some random video that doesn't signify at all what the game is going to be like, and then try to get you excited for a game that's going to be coming out in like 2024, 2025. I don't care about that. I want to know what is coming out soon. If they had nothing to show with deep gameplay and stuff like that, then that's okay with me that they didn't show anything. I'm not that upset. I'm definitely in the minority here with most people. Most people wanted them to show up and show games, and the fact that they didn't, they are upset, and that's okay to be upset about that. But for me, I'm just like, there were so many games at that Game Awards show that when the show ended, I wasn't sitting there just waiting for Xbox to show me something and extremely upset that they didn't. I know next year, or unless there is something that goes crazily wrong, I'm going to be playing Starfield and Redfall, 2 games I'm extremely excited to play, and those are going to be the main games I'm playing on the Xbox platform next year, at least from their first parties. I mean, I'm going to be playing stuff on Game Pass all year round, but from their first parties, those are the 2 main ones. I already know that's coming. I don't want to see more Starfield. I don't care. I know that game looks great. It sounds like it's going to be great. I don't want anything else to be ruined. I don't need any more gameplay. Redfall, we've seen enough gameplay. Game looks awesome, and I'm not just trying to defend Xbox. I think Xbox have done a lot of weird and bad things recently with the $70 increase to their first party games, and I feel like their overall marketing from Aaron Greenberg, who is the head of that, has just been abysmal this year. They haven't done enough good marketing, even though the Xbox is still doing very well. So you could say maybe they don't want to waste that money on marketing more things because Xbox is still selling and they're not even releasing first party games. So that's it for me, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this. Are you like me? Do you agree it's not that big of a deal? Or are you very upset they did not show up, even though it seems like we're going to be getting a show soon? And we know right now what are the big games coming in 2023 from Xbox. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here and you liked what you saw, consider hitting that subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video.